Welcome to Mixin' Business Mom. It's another habit tracking week, and we're going to talk about setbacks today. We're going to talk about setbacks as per how they affect feelings, and then we're going to talk about setbacks as per how they affect motivation, and then we're going to talk about how they affect your goals, how setbacks can affect your goals. And I'm going to show you some videos I filmed earlier in the week that are a little heartbreaking because it's me. Well, for me, they are. You guys might find it hilarious, but I was going through tough times as far as like feeling like I wanted to continue with this journey, with the habit tracking journey. I'm deeply committed to continuing with my mom journey. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. But I'll show you those and then we'll come back and chat. Hi. I think the biggest hindrance to me being able to manage my stress well is just fatigue. Like, it's a little bit physical because I'm waking up so early to do all of my habits, but it's also emotional, like I'm trying so hard. And like everybody that I have a conflict with, mostly my son, I'm just like, doesn't he understand that I'm trying so hard? And of course he doesn't understand. He's 5. You just understand what's in front of you when you're 5. I was trying really hard to keep my cool and my own issues with control too. Like, am I wanting him to be a productive, responsible person, or do I just want him to do what I tell him to? Like, I think it's the former, but it could be that I'm controlling. So I have to check myself. I don't know. We're talking about setbacks, right? So the ultimate setback is when you think you're doing everything to keep yourself healthy and then you get sick. And I think it was just food poisoning, but I haven't had stomach cramps like that in so long. Probably since I gave birth. It was all stomach and related to food, and once the food got out of my system, I was better, but it was just an awful 24 hours, and I was disappointed in myself for like allowing myself to get sick. I apparently have no sense of what I have control over. I need the serenity prayer like on repeat in my mind over and over. But those emotions are real, like maybe the responsibility that I rested on myself was imagined, but those emotions are real. And so learning to push past them and get back on track. What was interesting was I wanted to get back on track. Like, as soon as I was feeling better, I was up at 5 a.m. again, and I was trying to do my routines. Even though it was a disappointment and it was a real hardship for me to live through that, when I got better, I doubled down on my efforts, and I have actually been doing really well since that setback. And it's because I don't want to be sick again. Like, I want to take advantage of the time that I'm healthy. I want to be my best self going forward. And so this morning, when I looked at the clock and it was 4:52, and I was like, oh, it's so warm in bed though. And the children were actually letting me have the covers, and like I had them up in my hands. But I got up anyway, and I did my hygiene routine, and I added things to my hygiene routine. Look, I put on eye makeup, and I put on both of my retainers, my upper and lower retainers, and still washing my face, doing my nasal rinse, brushing my teeth, flossing, and all of that. Like, I was out of the bathroom before 5:30, because by the time 5:30 hit, I was doing yoga. So I had time to set up my yoga mat and get the DVD out and everything. And then by 6 o'clock, I was done with yoga. I was doing dishes. And then at 7, I was done cleaning. And then I cleaned the kids' room, and it's now 7:30 and they still haven't woken up. And it's been a really good morning. Now, we are on break from school, so this is not a normal thing to be able to work past 7. Like, I usually, either they wake up before 7 or I get them up at 7 so that we can get ready for school and get them there by 8. But but it still feels good not to be sick and to continue forward after a setback. I still had some emotional setbacks with my son, which, you know, you heard me lamenting about, but I think I'm gonna include a little chat with him in this video so that we can troubleshoot a way to move forward, because I've been reading for the third time How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen, and I've also been researching anger management. I am an adult with a normal amount of anger, but for some reason it when it's my kids, and you know, it's repeated, like something that has happened before, like my anger is just, I feel like it moves beyond my control because it's never the way I want to handle the situation. Just, you know, a handful of times I would like to, in the afternoon or evening, because I have more control in the morning. I have more control over my anger in the morning, and I'm able to like use cool techniques and, you know, mommy tricks and sleight of hand to finagle my way through stuff and be positive. And then as it gets later in the day and closer to when I'm tired and like I want the day to be over, there's just a lot of moments that get out of my control that I want to learn techniques to rein in, because my kids don't deserve the level of annoyance or the level of the level of volume that I use in the way I treat them later in the day, especially. So we'll take a little chat with my son and see where he's at with and what we can come up with together to find more solutions to the way we interact with each other. All right. Okay, so this video is going to end up in a very different place than I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to interview my son and have, you know, like I wasn't going to show his face, but like have a back and forth, and we would troubleshoot some problems, and it would be cute because he would have good ideas. But what ended up happening is I screamed at him. After having that conversation of, will you be in my video? Can we troubleshoot some problems? And then I explained what troubleshoot means, because he's 5. And then, and he said yes. Then we were driving on our way to Thanksgiving, and he doesn't like being in the car. No kid likes being in the car without anything to do. And I screamed. And that's when I realized that there's not gonna be the solution the way I think that there's going to be a solution. The solution to any setback you may be experiencing in the road to trying to become a better person, whether you're taking the habit tracking journey like I am, whether you're on a different mom journey. I'm reading a great book right now about being graceful to yourself, being kind to yourself, and I'll link it below. I think it's called How to Clean House While Drowning. The solution is forgiveness and endurance. The solution to my anger management issues with my son is to forgive myself and to keep trying. The solution to letting your house become a crazy mess again, or me dropping any good habit that is needed for me to complete my goals, the solution for all of that is forgiveness and grace. And I actually discovered this while thinking about the grace of God. Don't worry, I'm not going to go into anything religious, I promise. But I came to this conclusion because there are things that are bigger than us. There's always something bigger than us. And I feel like my anger was bigger than me that day. And Mel Robbins is right. Motivation is garbage. If you are thinking of being motivated not to yell at your kids, if you're thinking of being motivated to do the dishes and keep a good home, if you're thinking of being motivated to get your business to the next level and be successful, and money can be very motivating, but you're not always going to be motivated. You're never going to feel like doing it, or even if you do, that's great, but that feeling is going to change. There's this wonderful quote from the movie First Night. She said, when caught cheating, when caught not living up to the person who she wanted to be, she said, "Do you think I put so high a price on my feelings? Feelings live for the moment, and the moment changes. My will holds me steady to my course through life." I'm not going to just give up on being kind to my children because my will to be kind to them is stronger and bigger than my feelings. And I do believe that the grace of the universe or of God or of my higher self or whatever is bigger than my feelings and will allow me to change. Maybe very slowly, maybe painstakingly slowly over the course of time. But I think reaching for that higher self, reaching for that higher, something way higher than motivation, something so much better than what I am right now, is the way to move forward. Because it wasn't just all the things that I was trying, having a conversation, communicating, listening to books, listening to parenting books, writing, taking notes on YouTube videos that they were watching. And they were essentially saying, practice being a better version of yourself, and I will. But I've been a mom for almost 6 years, and it's not just practice. It's having a reason and having grace with yourself and forgiving yourself and continuing forward. So if you were looking for solutions that are more concrete, I can list them for you right here. I can list all of the books that I've been reading in the description. I can list the advice that other people gave me. I've been making lists and remaking lists and moving them to different places in my house for weeks. And I need something more transformative. And so do you. So forgive yourself and reach beyond yourself and endure this moment, because your feelings are going to change. You're not going to be angry when you look at your son. You're not going to be angry when you look at your daughter lovingly. And you're not going to be angry with yourself in the long run if you have kindness towards yourself. And it's a great book that I'm reading about kindness towards yourself. So I'm going to link that too. All this information is good. It's just not the thing that is going to solve everything. Continuing forward is going to solve everything. Continuing forward with positivity. And that's where forgiveness comes in. So I wish you guys a wonderful week. Every time you make a mistake this week, forgive yourself and move forward and see if that helps.